welcome to our video blog. Today we are filming from 916 Floors. My name is Paul and I would like to present to you guys John Burke from Mohawk Industries. Today we're going to be talking about carpet flooring. The big thing in the flooring industry is the carpet. And John, welcome to our showroom.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So first of all, wanted to ask you how long you've been with Mohawk.
I've been with Mohawk now nearly 15 years, so
15 years.
It's
Wow.
been a while. I've seen a number of changes in the carpet industry and a lot of exciting changes.
And I know you probably about 2008 since we first met.
Yep, I remember back in the original warehouse that you were at.
Yeah.
And we've grown from there.
About 2008, yeah. So been about here 8 years, I want to say. There's been some changes for us. And,
Absolutely.
yeah. And for Mohawk too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So today I wanted to kind of go over and talk about different types of carpets. So maybe you could present some demonstrations and explain to people what is what in carpet industry. And you know, a lot of people come to us and they say, well, we either know about carpet or they don't know about carpet. And they ask us questions like, you know, what is nylon? And explain to us, because most people know what nylon is, right?
Right.
And nylon has been around for how long?
Since World War II.
World War II, okay.
So,
yeah, so a long time.
Right.
Long time. And now in the flooring, in the carpet industry, we also have some exciting things that have been around for not as long, which we refer to as smart strand.
Correct.
Triexta, right?
Right.
Okay, and then we also have the polyester.
Absolutely.
Traditional polyesters, yeah.
Yeah, so when carpeting first got started, as far as really starting to roll out into homes, no puns intended there.
Yeah.
It was basically, it started out with just wool fiber and natural fibers. It wasn't until after the World Wars, when they had excess capacity of nylon fiber, that they were looking for something else to do with this nylon fiber. And so they decided to try it in broadloom carpeting.
Okay.
It brought down the cost of broadloom carpeting, so much so that even a medium income family could afford to put carpeting in their house from wall to wall. Before it was just area rugs and things like that. Not too many people had carpet throughout their whole home.
Most homes had the solid hardwood floors.
Right, absolutely.
The 2 1/4 inch solid hardwood floors.
Some definite hardwood floors.
Yeah.
And it was definitely the demand was there for hardwood, and not until we got the nylon fibers and such was it affordable enough to go into homes. So when that happened, basically, the nylon was not invented to become a carpet, nor was polyester. Nylon was first invented by DuPont, and DuPont was summoned by the U.S. government to create a fiber that could be used in ropes and parachutes and be a very strong fiber for those purposes. And again, with no intention of ever becoming carpet, they had no idea at that time that it would ever become a carpet, but that's what it was being used for. So as time went on, the government enjoyed the benefits of the nylon fiber and the strength of the fiber, but the costs of nylon was high enough that the government came to DuPont and said, hey, we need an alternative, something that's going to be less expensive, maybe not be as strong, but we can still use it in ropes and such. And so that's when they created the polyester fiber.
Okay.
So both of those fibers were in existence. And then as the wars settled down, they suddenly had excess capacity of both nylon and polyester. So they first took nylon and they put it into carpeting. And carpeting boomed, as the economy picked back up after the wars. The economy was booming and everyone wanted wall-to-wall carpeting in their home, and they were using the nylon fiber. Nylon was doing extremely well. In fact, the boom was so big that they then needed something other than just nylon, because they couldn't make enough nylon to keep up with the demand. So that's when they introduced polyester into the marketplace.
That's what 50 years ago, you
Oh,
said?
yeah, it was about 50 years ago. So, and when they did that, they were in such a rush that they didn't do a lot of research as to what needed to be done with a polyester. We now know today that polyesters have to be twisted to a certain degree so that way it lasts and it performs to the quality that customers expect.
Plus the technology advanced.
Absolutely, big time. The heat set, all the different things that we use for creating a carpet fiber is definitely increased. So the performance of polyester has gotten better over the years. In each and every passing year, we're coming up with new technologies to make polyester better. However, DuPont, who owns Stainmaster, which is a household name, I'm sure everyone knows. Correct. Stainmaster. Stainmaster was invented by DuPont, and what Stainmaster was a stain and soil repellent. Mm-hmm. The problem with nylon, while it is a very strong fiber, and that's what it was built to be, a strong fiber, so that way it could be used in the parachutes and the ropes. Well, they weren't too worried about it being stained because they didn't care, because that's not what the purpose of it was. Well, they had to add what they now call Stainmaster to the nylon, because if you look at nylon under a microscope, it's a very porous fiber. So there's a lot of like splintering that takes place in the nylon fiber. And whether it be a solution dyed nylon or a piece dyed nylon, it doesn't matter. Nylon is nylon, and it is all very, very porous. So what that means is it has like little splinters, and when we go to dye nylon, we actually stuff dye into those splinters, and that's how we dye a nylon fiber. Mm-hmm. The problem with that is all those open dye sites don't all get filled. So if you spill a glass of red wine on your carpet, that red wine is going to start soaking into those open dye sites, and that's what we're going to show you today with this demonstration.
Speaking of red wine, I'm smelling it here.
I bet you are. Feeling pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and get the first demonstration started. I've got both a solution dyed nylon. The reason why we use solution dyed is because there's a lot of misnomers in the industry that if something is solution dyed, that it can't be stained. And that is a completely false misnomer. Nylon is nylon, which is nylon. All solution dyed means is that the color of the carpet goes all the way through the actual carpet fiber. Whereas piece dyed nylon, it goes around the nylon, it doesn't actually go into the nylon. So that's the difference between solution dyed and piece dyed nylon. So what we're going to show you today is that nylon, if even with a stain blocker, in fact, this has got the most popular stain blocker that you know of on this fiber with the solution dyed nylon. What happens to it when something like red wine spills on your nylon carpet? We also have a piece of our Smart Strand Forever Clean. Okay. Smart Strand Forever Clean has a nano-lock technology on it, which is a new technology. So that's the one thing that I'm very proud about as for working for Mohawk, is we're always constantly looking for new innovations and ways that we can increase the performance of our carpets. So that way when a customer buys a Mohawk piece of carpet, they know that they've got peace of mind in their home, because even if something like red wine spills on their carpet, they're going to have time to get it cleaned up and it won't stain your carpet.
Yeah, so you don't have to yell at your relatives when they come over for the holidays and spill the red wine in your
So we're going to throw the nylon into a bath of Merlot wine along with the Smart Strand.
Okay, wow, I could see that really sinking fast.
It doesn't take long for the acid in the wine to start getting into those open dye sites in the nylon fiber. Again, the nylon fiber has all those open splinters, and so it's able to soak right into that nylon fiber, and the nylon's going to start weighting down because now it's heavier, and so it's going to start soaking into this wine bath. Once the wine gets into those open dye sites, it's starting to use the acidic value of the actual liquid, and it's starting to re-dye the carpet. So what once started as a nice tan piece of carpet, you'll see when we pull it out in a few minutes that it's actually now a purple carpet. And there's going to be nothing that you can do about that. Once it gets in there, it gets into those open dye sites, you can try to suck out as much as you can, with a extractor, but it's going to be in that carpet, and it's going to have re-dyed the carpet within minutes. The Smart Strand has the new nano-lock technology, and if you look on YouTube, you can actually go to there's a TED Talk on nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is such a new small technology as far as each individual element within the nano-lock technology. It's basically you measure it in meters. So a billionth of a meter is what one nanotechnology element is.
Super, super small stuff.
Super duper small stuff, which means we can completely encapsulate the yarn, and it becomes a part of the yarn, is able to bend with the yarn, and it's not going to crack off of the yarn. It's going to be a piece of your carpet for the lifetime that your carpet is on the floor. So you never have to worry when you get your carpet steam cleaned, is this coming off of my carpet and do I have to reapply it? You never reapply it. It's on your carpet for the lifetime of your carpet. So that's one thing. When you get your carpets cleaned, there's no stain protection to reapply to Smart Strand. With nylon, every 3 steam cleanings you must reapply a stain protectant, because it does wash off, it wears off as you're walking on your nylon carpets. The stain protection that's on it cracks and comes off, and when you steam clean it, it also comes off. So within 3 steam cleanings, you have a carpet that's unprotected. And that's why DuPont invented the new Smart Strand fiber, was because they knew that that was, while extremely a strong fiber, it's also very highly susceptible to staining. Okay. So that's why they created the new DuPont.
So question, how long has Smart Strand been out, that Mohawk?
Smart Strand's now been out for just over 10 years. It's installed in over 3 million homes, and is doing extremely well. Our claims ratio on Smart Strand is the lowest that we've ever seen in the history of our company. So it's doing extremely well.
And now we know that a few years ago, Smart Strand was introduced with silk, right?
Right. Okay. Silk is our new soft fiber.
Marco is our pro at silk carpet.
Silk carpet is quite nice. So, the one thing that we're hearing from end users is they want something nice and soft, because a lot of people are doing hard surface down their hallways, maybe in their dining rooms, but they still want that softness and luxuriousness when it comes to their family room and their bedrooms. They want to be able to roll out of bed and sink their feet into a nice soft carpet.
And I'll stop you here. Even at my house, people say, well, you probably have all the beautiful, gorgeous hardwood floors in your house and your dad's house. And I was like, I have carpet upstairs in my house, up the stairs for safety for the kids, and then carpet upstairs in the hallway and the bedrooms for comfort. And also the noise, because once you put hardwood upstairs, you're dealing with the noise, and kids are running back and forth. It's just much more noisier. Plus, it's not as comfortable getting off your bed onto the hardwood floor. I mean, it's really a preference, but I could tell you for myself that I enjoy carpet, and I do have Smart Strand, as a matter of fact, Smart Strand in my house. And
smart choice.
It wears out super nice, especially on stairs. Because people always worry about how is it gonna be on my stairs, and we haven't had it for that long, probably going on 3 years now, but enjoy it.
One of the important things you said there is kids. Kids and pets are the 2 biggest offenders of stains, right?
Yes.
So, and what's more is most households these days, it used to be the good old days where dad went to work, mom stayed home and took care of the kids. Well, now more and more moms are having to get a job as well, and so when the kids come home from school and they pop open that Kool-Aid, mom's still at work, and so the Kool-Aid spill goes unnoticed. So what happens when a spill turns into a stain? And that's what I'm going to show with the second demonstration. Solution dyed nylon, again, with a Kool-Aid stain, and then the Smart Strand Forever Clean with the same Kool-Aid stain. The first thing you notice is the difference in color of the stain itself. The reason for that is because in the nylon, it's actually gotten into those open dye sites and it's re-dyed the carpet. Whereas with the Smart Strand, it's not actually able to penetrate into the yarn fiber, so it just dries on top of the fiber. So let's put them into our little bottles of water here. This is just
so this is pure water.
Pure tap water. That's all it is. So we're going to throw it in here. We're going to show what happens when you do, say, a hot water extraction, or in this case, a cold water extraction. So we're just going to shake it up. So the first thing you're going to notice is the amount of bubbles that come from the nylon fiber. What is that bubble layer? That is your stain protection. So just from shaking it in water, you see that the stain protection starts to wear off of the carpet. Well, the other problem with that is within that stain protection are harmful chemicals such as Teflon. Teflon causes cancer. So if you have a pet or a child who's learning to crawl and they're crawling across your carpet, or your pet smells something that smells good that your kids have dropped on the carpet, they're going to start licking up that carpet. When they do that, they're also licking up your stain protection and possibly ingesting things like Teflon. With the Smart Strand, you don't really see that bubble layer. The reason for that is because we don't apply any stain or soil treatment to the fiber itself. The yarn system itself is what is stain protected because there are no open dye sites in the Smart Strand yarn system. So when you take these out to see what's going on, you see that the nylon still has that stain right in the dead center of your carpet. So what's the problem there? That means that if you spill Kool-Aid on your carpet, it dries, it's gonna be a stain that's in your carpet for the life of your carpet. So you're gonna have to either hide it with an area rug or with some furniture,
Correct.
or some way to keep people's eyes off of that stain.
Let me show to the viewers.
All right. Yeah, so stain protection is super important, especially on carpet, because people always ask us, well, we have hardwood floors, and hardwood floors is hardwood floors, and or luxury vinyl flooring and tile flooring. You could wipe up any spills pretty easy.
Right.
With carpet, it's not so much as easy, and you would have to call your carpet cleaning company to have them come out and clean up the carpet.
Unless you have Smart Strand. And if you notice,
Correct.
I just pulled out this sample, which had the Kool-Aid stain in it as well. And if you notice, the carpet is completely clean. So just with a shaking of just cold water, that Kool-Aid stain is completely released from the carpet, and you have a clean carpet that you don't have to worry about any stains.
All right. Make sure they see it really good.
Yeah, this one is the Smart Strand.
Another question I have for you, John.
Yep.
How about if people were to spill like bleach?
Bleach is protected with the Smart Strand fiber. If it's nylon, you're in a bad way.
Yeah.
Nylon will definitely be destroyed by bleach. We're not suggesting that you use bleach to clean your Smart Strand fiber, and it does void your warranties if you do. But it is safe enough so if you do have an accidental spill of bleach and you get that bleach out of your carpet as quickly as possible, it's not going to change the color of your carpet. And the biggest problem with bleach is once it gets down into your backing, it starts eating your backing. So that's why you want to get it up as quickly as possible. I mean, I would douse it with a couple gallons of water and then call out your professional cleaner and have them come do an extraction in that area to get that out of your carpet.
Speaking of what Mohawk suggests as far as cleaning, dry cleaning or wet
Hot
cleaning?
water extraction is the only cleaning method that Mohawk recommends. It is the preferred method and is the method that'll keep your warranties valid. Hot water extraction should be done at least every 18 months.
Okay.
Every 12 to 18 months is what we recommend.
So before we get to the demonstration here, I wanted to ask you a couple questions. People nowadays, as they come in and they say, well, how many ounces of weight is your carpet? And then some people say, what is the twist on carpet? So what is the most important thing to look in the carpet? Because, we have all the different Smart Strand lines that you guys carry,
Right.
and I would say styles. And they come in anywhere from probably low 20s ounce weight to like 70 plus ounces. Right. So what should people be looking for when they're searching for carpet?
The biggest thing is not ounce weight. All ounce weight is just more yarn on the carpet. It's going to give you a cushier feel.
Yes.
So if that's what you're looking for as a super cushy feel, the higher the ounce weight, the better. That being said, when you get to a certain ounce weight, it could start to become a detriment to your carpet as well. So it just depends on what carpet fiber. The higher ounce weights, you're going to want to go with a Smart Strand fiber for sure because it has the built-in retention, so it's going to perform better. Mm-hmm. When you go with the lower ounce weights, again, the Smart Strand, because it has that strength into it. One of the things that DuPont did when they created this fiber is they created it with a molecular kink. This molecular kink is what actually makes the fiber wear better than even a nylon fiber because they put opposing chemicals within the DNA structure of the actual molecule, and that those chemicals actually cause that kink, which makes it act like a coil. Okay. So when you're walking on your carpet, it has the ability to coil down, but when you walk off your carpet, it springs back to its original shape. That's why Smart Strand will actually outperform even a nylon fiber as far as wear resistance.
Okay. Now, as far as the the twist on the carpet, what would you suggest, or what does Smart Strand?
Anything
How-
over a 5.0 is going to be
Okay.
a good twist. And you're going to find that really in all the different fibers today. Polyester, nylon, and Smart Strand. You're a high twist of 5.0 or higher, you're going to get a really good performance out of that carpet. Of course, you know, the three different fibers offers the industry a good, a better, and a best. So polyester would be your good, nylon would be your better, and Smart Strand would be your best as far as performance goes. And then as far as stain resistance goes, nothing outperforms the Smart Strand fiber because it's the only fiber that offers you that closed system.
So if people are definitely wanting to know, like, you know, what's a good ounce weight of carpet they should get for their house, what would you suggest? Like, what would you get for your house?
You know, I would say probably in the 40s. 40 to 40, yeah, to 50. I'd say anything between 40 to 55. If you're looking for a, you know, to replace carpet in your own home and you want that carpet to last for as long as you want it to last until you finally get, you know, you're ready to redecorate, I would go somewhere between 40 to 55 ounces. 32 is actually not bad either. But it's not going to last as long, obviously. And it's not going to give you as much cush
But
either.
like you said, people these days, they want comfort in their house. So, you know, like what I see that we're selling from our store is approximately a 55.
And 50, there's nothing wrong with 55
I
in
think,
any way,
I think
shape,
these
or
guys
form.
are 55 ounces.
55 easy option is 55 ounces, and that's our number one best-selling carpet.
Correct. I think for us as well.
Yeah,
it's one of the top
it does.
sellers.
It does really well. So really, you can't go with Smart Strand. You can't go wrong. Even if you get up into the 75, 80 ounce products, we have a few that will reach 75 ounces. That, you know, is going to be fine in the Smart Strand fiber.
Okay, for one more question about the padding that people say, you know, what padding should I be getting? And I know that Mohawk has a special pad that goes with this carpet.
We have the Smart Strand Smart Cushion. So the Smart Cushion has a 9-layer moisture barrier. Why is that important? Because eventually the liquid is going to work its way through the yarn. It's not going to soak into the yarn, but it's going to work through the yarn and it's going to get into the backing and then into your cushion. So if you have just a standard rebond cushion, that is going to get into that cushion and that's going to be in there for a long time. It's going to take a long time to try to get that out. With the moisture barrier is going to keep that liquid up on the top of the cushion, so it's going to give you a much better chance to get that out of the carpet. So you're not going to have to worry about that. Our Smart Cushion is also made from memory foam as well as the standard rebond. So it's a 50-50 blend of rebond and the memory foam. What that's going to do is it's going to build stability into the actual cushion itself. Because of that, we actually will increase your carpet warranties. Anything from Mohawk, any carpet from Mohawk, if you put it on top of Smart Cushion, you're going to add 20 years of wear to your carpet.
And that's huge.
That's
so
huge.
I just want to tell for our viewers that 20-year additional retention warranty, correct?
And it's also going to include stairs in your warranty. So
which is another big factor.
Which is another big factor because if you just use a standard rebond, stairs are excluded because you're basically they consider it abuse of the carpet as you're pounding your feet up and down the stairs all day. But with the Smart Cushion underneath it, your stairs will be included in the warranty as well.
Okay, and then also I see the pink ribbon that we have now. I don't know for how much longer it's going to be on the carpet.
It's for Decorate the Cure. Okay. Every single yard of Smart Cushion that we sell, we do donate a portion of that to the Decorate for the Cure, so the Susan G. Komen Breast Cancer Society. So it's another great reason to use it as well.
Okay, that's good. Okay, maybe we should get to
let's get
demonstration
to this.
here.
Let's get this out of the way so we don't get any wine on that bad boy.
Well, I'm sure it's going to clean out good.
It will. So we'll start with the nylon. So you'll see the nylon has pretty much penetrated itself into the wine. And you'll see the amount of wine that's dripping from it because of all the open dye sites, the nylon acts like a sponge and starts just soaking up that wine. Well, say this is your carpet and you're having a party at home and your neighbor spills some wine on your carpet, you run and grab a rag and try to get that cleaned up. First thing you notice is how much wine is coming onto the paper cloth.
Correct. It is like a sponge.
And you'll see that even after trying to get as much wine as possible out, that the purple color has gotten into those open dye sites. And because of that, this carpet is going to be purple for the life of this carpet now. There's going to be no way to get this out. The other thing you'll notice, at least you'll notice, Paul, is that the carpet itself is still extremely wet.
Correct.
And the reason it is because of all those open dye sites. Again, it's acted like a sponge.
And I'll show the viewers so you can see this little piece of carpet, which is a nylon carpet. Okay. And one important thing also is that sometimes people say, well, you know, you can get the carpet, hose it off, and wash it off, which I think after this maybe we could, you know, do a little rinse off underneath the sink, because we've done it before, and you know, I guarantee you that this will not come out 100%. I've tried it myself.
It won't come out.
Yeah.
Again, and the reason for that is because it's gotten into those open dye sites, and the acidic value of the wine has started to re-dye that carpet to the purple color of the wine.
Okay.
So let's compare that to what's going on over here with our Smart Strand Forever Clean. The first thing you notice is that the wine is just
repellent.
beating right off of the carpet. Why is that? Because the new Nanolock technology repels any liquids from getting into the carpet itself. So it's, again, you're having your party, or your friend spills wine on your carpet. You go grab your rag, and you see that my rag is not even turning purple because there's not enough wine on the carpet for that to happen. And when I pull it up,
wow, that's amazing. And it's not even wet.
No, completely
Maybe
dry.
just a little bit, but
So the great news about that is when you have when you have a Smart Strand carpet in your home versus a nylon, when you have your nylon carpets cleaned, you have to wait at least 8 hours before you're able to live on your carpet again. So you've got to keep all of your stuff and all your folks out of that room for at least 8 hours to let that carpet dry. With Smart Strand, because it's hydrophobic, it dries in half the time. So in 4 hours, you're able to move all of your stuff back in. So you're inconvenienced way less when having a Smart Strand carpet.
okay, all right. Okay, well, I think the demonstration itself was a big showcase for the viewers and for people. And one thing I would suggest is do your homework before you buy anything, especially in the flooring, because flooring is an expensive expensive upgrade in your house. So especially people come in and say, well, you know, we're getting a better deal on carpet here and there. I tell people, look, if you're getting a quality product, you will have to pay for it. So this is not, you know, definitely if they want to save the money, I would say maybe a polyester.
Right.
Polyester would be a better option, or if people are trying to flip a house or put renters in them, you know.
Absolutely.
But if you're willing to spend a little bit extra money, and it's not that much more, you know, you can do your research at your local floor shop. We wish you could come here and talk to us about the carpet and all your flooring needs. But it is an amazing carpet, and I will tell you, I live with it, my family lives with it, my dad has it in his house as well, and they enjoy it. And I remember when I told my mom about this, she didn't believe me, and then she took a piece of carpet and she did her own test, and she's like, wow, I was amazed that it came out so well.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I mean, not only have we done the test that you see here, but we've actually installed this carpet in zoos and had rhinoceroses living on this carpet. And the carpet cleans up perfectly even after a 2,500-pound rhinoceros is living and doing everything that rhinoceros
And people can watch the videos online on YouTube.
Absolutely. Go to YouTube, type in Smart Strand Zoo Challenge, and you'll see see exactly what we did. We're the only company to do that because we're the only ones who have a fiber who it's going to stand up to the test.
Yeah, well, cool. So again, for you guys that are watching the video, do your homework. Make sure you ask questions at your local flooring shop, or come here and we'll explain to you more deeply about these different carpet options, because you have polyesters, you have nylons, you have now Smart Strand with Mohawk, and then there's many other brands out there.
Absolutely.
So do your homework, make sure you know what you're buying and what you're spending your money on. And I want to thank you, John, for being
Absolutely.
here, explaining this. This is a huge deal for people these days, especially when they're spending money on carpet. And then if you have any questions, please comment below. We'll try to respond to your questions as soon as we can. Or come over here to the showroom and give us a call here at the shop if you have any questions. Our phone number is here at 916-303-3731. My name is Paul with 916 Floors, and this was John from Mohawk Industries. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. Take care.